Hey folks, Roland Martin here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. You know, I've had a lot of success with showing people how to tie different knots. I'm kind of a knot guru. I've studied a lot of the knots and done a lot of saltwater fishing, a lot of freshwater fishing, of course, and been real successful with my knot tying. But there's an issue coming up right now. I'm going north, and guess what's north? There are pike and there are muskie and there's all sorts of walleye with sharp teeth. And anyway, we're going to have to tie some leaders for, particularly wire leaders, for the toothy critters. Now, I've done a lot of mackerel fishing and a lot of fishing in the ocean and for snappers and every kind of thing, where sometimes you have to use a wire leader. Wire leaders are really essential. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how to tie a leader, and I'm going to use line that's very much larger than I'd normally use. This happens to be some real visible 130-pound test braid, which I'm going to tie. Normally I'd use, say, a 20 or 30-pound, maybe a 50-pound braid, or even a 10 or 15-pound braid. But it's so small that you just wouldn't see it as I tie. So I'm going to go ahead and use big, heavy line just to show you what I'm doing. Now here's the lighter leader. And here's the number, it's a number 4 leader. It's about a 30-pound test leader. But again, that's so small, you're not going to be able to see it. So I'm going to opt to a big number 15 leader. It's way thick. And we're going to see what happens here. And I'm going to go ahead and tie this up. Okay, I'm going to take this heavy number 15 leader and I'm going to pull out a section, about a foot long, and I'm going to make up some, say for a spinnerbait. I'm going to be fishing a lot for bass, but I'm using the light line, the light leaders, the 30-pound leaders. The bass will hit them just fine because they're on a light braid line. But again, I'm going to use this big heavy line just to show you how to tie. Okay, I'm going to cut about a foot of line off. Okay, that's the first thing. Boom. Now the second thing I do is I'm going to bend that leader. Right here, I'm going to make a bend right here, and I'm going to make just a right-hand bend. And right here, you can see it. See how the bend is? It's just a bend. I'm going to crimp it down. I'll put my glasses on so I can see a little better. And I'll crimp it down, and in crimping it down, I'm going to get it pretty narrow. Pretty narrow. Now you notice it's about 3 or 4 inches long. Okay, that's fine. Now I'm going to take this heavy line right here, and I'm going to lay it against, I'm going to hold it about 1 inch back, and I got about 3 or 4 inches to spare here for a tag end, and I'm going to wrap it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is going to be enough. 10 would be plenty. And I'm going to go right through the little loop. You notice there's a loop in this wire, and I'll go right through the loop right here. Just don't, just right through the loop. Okay. Now I'm going to pull that all tight. I'm going to pull it tight, and I'm going to pull it tight. Pull both tag in and the line in. Pull it all tight. Pull it all tight. Pull it tight. Pull it tight. Pull it tight. So I'm trying to get it all tightened up. Pull it all tight. Okay, now I got it tight. Now, the acid test is I can now cut this off. I'm going to go ahead and cut this off right here. And to do that, I'm just going to cut it with this sharp knife. That happens to be a 130-pound test line. Okay. Now to kind of add, maybe that thing could slip through there. I don't think so. You could take a drop of super glue. If it were a tournament competition or something, I'd put a drop of super glue right there on the tag end. Right there on the tag end, right there. and just kind of let it go. Okay, now let me just show you what I do to deal with this wire line. This wire is incredibly strong, but it resists big sharp bends. So if I come all the way up to the top, all the way up and bend this thing, I'm going to bend it all the way up, straight up overhead like that, like straight up. And I'm going to make a crink in it. I'm going to crink the line right there to make a little handle. Now I'll bend it all the way up there. I'm going to hold the knot, and I'm going to twist it. I'm going to rotate it just clockwise. Just run like that. Boom, broke right off. You notice I just turned it one turn, and it broke right off. Just simple as can be. Now we have a well-tied leader that's super glued and 100% strong. Okay, now the next step is to tie the lure on. Well, let's take an average spinnerbait of some sort, and this happens to have just the regular R-bend, like the Jimmy Houston model spinnerbaits or something like that. And I'm going to come through the bend area and I have about 2 inches to spare, 2 or 3 inches to spare. And I'm going to bend it over again, bend it over. Now, watch this. This is called a haywire twist. If I hold the thing really tight, and I bend it back, and I'm just bending it like this, and I'm holding it like this, I can now turn it, get the thing spread apart. As soon as I get it spread apart. There. Now I'm going to turn the whole spinnerbait, and I'm going to turn it so everything's twisting. I'm going to twist it to 5 times or 6 times. We've got what we call a haywire twist. Where both legs of the steel leader are being twisted. Both legs are being twisted. Okay. And this heavy leader is a little bit harder to operate than a lighter leader. Again, twisting it like this. Now, once I get it like that, I've got 5 or 6 good turns on that thing that's all twisted. It's not just straight. It's not just one leg twisted around the other. It's both of them twisting around each other. I'm going to do the same thing I did before. I'm going to stand the thing up, straight up, and I'm going to make a crink in this thing. I'm going to make a little handle. I can crink it around this way. It's hard to turn. This is heavy line. And now I'm going to twist it again like this. Broke right off, okay? I twisted it about a turn and a half. It broke right off, just as slick as can be. Now, again, this is real heavy. If it were a lighter leader, all this would be easy to do. I've just got real heavy, number 15 leader. It's about a 100-pound test. And I normally would be using much lighter leader. But anyway, that's the combination that you end up with. You have a steel leader, and as it's bent, you can bend them a few times. You have to watch out if there are real bad kinks in this monel, then it's time to change. But that right there would be good for a big muskie. That would be the perfect solution to catching a great big giant pike. And it would be the perfect solution if you're out in saltwater for a big king mackerel or a wahoo or just something with heavy teeth like that. Shark fishing and everything else. Okay, folks, I showed you how to tie a saltwater or a toothy fish leader, steel leader. This is single monel stainless steel wire. This is a 100-something pound test. It's real hard to deal with. All the leaders that I tie for real are much lighter and much easier to work with. But I showed you the good connection to the braid and with the super glue, and I also showed you the haywire twist. It's 100% strong there. That's it, ready to go. Now, once this thing gets kinked, you have to replace it. But this stuff is so cheap. A whole roll of this wire is just a few dollars. You can make hundreds and hundreds of leaders with that. And it's just a matter of time. It's very quick and very fast and very easy. So I hope I've shown you a few things. You know, that's the whole thing about being an expert fisherman, being my age right now. I want to pass it on. I want to just show you things that I've learned over the last 50 years that might help you in your fishing. So that's the goal that I'm trying to accomplish, and I think I have with, at least with this knot. That's a really good leader situation, and I hope you'll try it. Well, hey, thanks for watching. Hey, hit that likes button. I really like doing this now. Well, that's the grease that keeps all the sponsors happy. We'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.